Hey, thanks for joining me. If you're new to the channel, thanks very much. I appreciate it. The original version of this video was just blocked, which is very strange because I've seen Thunderstruck reviewed by quite a few people, with some of them into the millions of views. So not sure what's going on there, but however, I have recreated it minus the bits of AC/DC doing Thunderstruck within it, which I still feel conveys what I'm trying to do here, which is why I like, and many people out there like, these songs so much. I can't do an original first take, my first reaction to it, because I would be lying to you. So I wanted to do another take on not Rick Beato's what makes these songs so great, which I suddenly realized as well, but why I love and you guys love these songs so much. So without any more mucking around, let's rock. So the first one I want to have a look at, which was suggested to me, is Thunderstruck from AC/DC. Now, it's reminded me when I started looking at this that this is off Razor's Edge, the album they released in 24th of September 1990. It was a comeback album because their last one was 88, 89, 88, Blow Up Your Video. Then nothing till 1990 from them. And this album was a major comeback in my mind, as there's some critiques here have said that it's very similar to their previous work, which, hey, that's AC/DC, right? Even Angus Young will tell you that. So this was I remember it well. I remember having to try to learn this, and to this day I still don't play it properly, which we'll go into soon. But anyhow, this one was a brilliant song. Fantastic. Let's start looking at what makes this song so great. So Angus burst straight out of the box with this ripper of a riff, which I believe he played this in that Glasgow concert in 1978 or 79, that he goes, at the end of Let There Be Rock, he played the... and then the... So it's a lick in B on the B string, and I think he's been mucking around and it's inspired him where he's come up with Thunderstruck. Maybe he had Thunderstruck for ages, but that aside, let's look at it. So it's, as I say, it's a lick on the B string, and the way Angus plays it, he's playing every single note is picked. I can't play it up to tempo, but Angus certainly can. He plays it like he's playing along with a metronome. I really like the official video for the song, with the camera view of the hi-hat being the cymbals that open and close that a drummer plays next to his kit, and you can see and Angus is playing perfectly in time, and you can see the hi-hat opening and closing. I don't know, something about that just sets off the start of that video really well. There was a story that he removed the strings and was just playing it on the B string to get clarity, but I think that sounds like a load of crap, to be honest, because I don't see Angus ever doing something like that. Maybe he did, but I doubt it, and he plays it live good as gold as well, so it seems like an urban myth to me. That aside, he's in perfect time with Chris Slade, who joined them for this album. They did have, of course, Phil Rudd back in the day, and then there was the other guy that was in between on Blow Up Your Video, and then Chris Slade joined them, the bald guy drumming on this track, who did a fantastic job. Yeah, so this kicks the door open right for a start. So while Angus is cranking into that lick up and down the B string, they've got that like a crowd chant going, which is awesome, really, in a way. I could just see them in the band room all getting around and cranking into that. It kind of builds this momentum, and then with the thunder off time to the thunder, with the kick drum going thunder, it just amps you up, which is what all AC/DC songs basically are about. It's building a feeling. So that's essentially AC/DC, raw power rock. So the guys are playing through Marshall amplifiers, Marshall heads, no effects on the guitars, just plugged in and cranked. That's what they're all about. So just at this point, we've reached the point where Malcolm Young, Angus's brother and founding member of AC/DC, comes in with that groove, real groove on the rhythm guitar that sort of ties the whole thing together in a way, with this. It's actually a lot cleaner, the tone. It's amazing how clean AC/DC's tone really is. Angus is typically more distorted for his lead and his rhythm sound, but this particular part's quite clean that Malcolm's playing. It's kind of, and it's played fingerpick too, I believe, the offset. I'm playing it very bastardized, but it's just 3 notes, working on that same, the B power chord, and just sets that scene in the background that creates a real groove though. So that kicks in and sets the groove for the song really to get going and really get rocking at this point. Angus maintains that lick continuously until they hit the chorus. Now, I just want to quickly talk about AC/DC's historical recording of the way they record stuff. So in the early days, and I think to some degree on this album too, they would record Malcolm's guitar to the left, Angus to the right, and it would add such impact playing exactly the same guitar tracks, or guitar rhythms, so to speak, coming together in unison, gave it so much more punch and power. I guess maybe in the early days, it was just a way, I don't know this, it was just a way of adding impact here, because if we bear in mind, Vander and Young, they recorded through on the early albums. George Vander was, of course, Malcolm and Angus's older brother, who'd been in the Easy Beats. Now, this process I always loved. I love listening to the separation of the tracks. Right where we've stopped now, it's building up to the bit where Angus has been playing his bit, Malcolm's been playing his. It's such a impact when that comes in, and it just it's just one more element, amping the crowd up more, edging them closer and closer to the chorus, to the Thunderstruck chorus. So the other thing I want to talk about is Brian Johnson's voice. Of course, absolutely lost a little the edge in this concert, and to be honest, in my mind, is, his voice he has had trouble with his hearing, and it comes and goes, his voice. I I have to say I really admired Axl's efforts on the live performances they did. I thought he did a bloody great job. I know it's not Brian, but it was still pretty good. So Brian's kicked in over the top here. He's just adding that icing on top of the cake. Who could want for a better... It's just absolutely perfect for the song. Yeah, so at this point we're rocking along. We've got the Thunderstruck. The main chorus is kicked in. This riff. So we're rocking along nicely, got those riffs going. We're in the chorus now where both Angus and Malcolm are combined perfectly on the... I love that halt, the little halt, where we hold on the B power chord and then... before we rip into the guitar solo. As I said, we got that bam, that power chord, bit of power chord playing that leads into the solo, and he starts with a pick slide. Now, Angus has stemmed from, look, he puts his influences as Chuck Berry. I'm not sure who the other ones were, but Chuck Berry has written all over him, gone further. Reason why, I'll show you. So as I say, yeah, Angus is heavily influenced by Chuck Berry. Chuck Berry's got a lot of the, it's called double stop. So you're playing two notes at once. Like that. And Angus includes that in his solos to get power in it. So he starts out with a pick slide and then a double stop straight away. Just like that, two double stop. He's gone. And then does this nice little blues run. Then he moves right up to and he ends on a really wide vibrato, which is typical of Angus's playing. He gets a really fast in his vibrato style in his playing. Usually it comes in a bend like that. So that essentially sums up the song. Look, this took quite a bit of work, actually. It was a lot more than I anticipated. It's good that it's Easter, and I've got quite a bit of time to dedicate to it. Let me know in the comments what you think of how something like this should be broken down for people that are interested or deeply interested in particular artists, because I'd be really interested to know your feedback on how my take went on this. I suddenly realised what makes a song great is actually could be construed as a rip-off of Rick Beato, who's done, if anyone knows Rick Beato, he's an American who's got a huge audience. He's a very talented session musician in his own right, and he's been in multiple bands. And he's undertaken this very thing. It's my attempt to try and look back at songs that I already know and that I can't do a first reaction to, but I still love them. It was very much hodgepodge, first crack at it. I think I've got a good idea of where I would go in future, where I'm going wrong a little bit. But yeah, as I say, I'd love to see your feedback. Hope you enjoyed my take on this fantastic song that is Thunderstruck. I'm going off to have a few more of Australia's finest right now. Anyone think I'm an advert for Vic Bitter? Why the stupid, ridiculous hat? Well, AC/DC are Australian. I got this in the Sydney markets when I was walking around 2 weeks ago in the pissing rain. Anyhow, guys, hope you enjoyed my take. As always, keep safe and keep on rocking.